will follow the trail of the legendary beast, Bigfoot.
Then we'll show you the beer that made Knoxville famous, the World's Fair beer, and how it came to town. Beginning tomorrow, you've got 24 more days to enjoy the World's Fair here in Knoxville. After October 31st, there'll be no more giant Ferris wheel, there'll be no more China exhibit, and there'll be no more World's Fair beer. That's right, the beer that made its debut right here in Knoxville for the World's Fair will disappear until the next World's Fair in New Orleans in 1984. Tonight we're going to reminisce about when the World's Fair beer came to town. And believe me, it is the beer that made Knoxville famous. There are all kinds of beer on the market these days, most of them trying to get you to drink that beer. Well, you haven't seen this beer around. It's called the World's Fair beer, and it's only being made during the 6-month period of the 1982 World's Fair in Knoxville, Tennessee. Beers have been prominent in World's Fairs, but up until now, this is the only beer that commemorates the event itself.
Any great event, I feel like, needs as many commemorative items as possible to make the event more significant. Therefore, I think World's Fair beer certainly fits these. We started in December on this idea of going with World's Fair beer, and it evolved to where we are, where we will be.
Rick Kuhlman of Pinnacle Sales in Knoxville says the World's Fair beer will only be sold in the state of Tennessee during the fair. But 3 cities around the country have combined their talents to come up with the beer. If the beer itself doesn't remind you of the fair, the can it comes in might. Sure to become a collector's item after the fair, the Pearl Manufacturing Company in San Antonio, Texas makes the container. Though it's made in Texas, the can went through dramatic changes on Rick's desk in Knoxville.
The way we started was when we decided to go with World's Fair beer, the secretary of the attorney that's in this thing with us had the original design. And this was her design right here. It had the medal, the World's Fair beer, and the places that the World's Fair had been since 1939. I decided that we ought to dedicate this can to 3 beer wholesalers who a lot of people in Knoxville know and are pretty well respected. I dedicated this to Pat Gleason's father, the owner of Pinnacle Sales, Mike Gleason. I dedicated it to my dad and his partner, who were also in the beer business and have retired. Well, we sent our idea up to Pearl, who makes our cans, and when it came back, we were pretty depressed because it really wasn't what we thought, and the black and white looked much better than with the colors. So Pearl advised us to take the lines off, which we did, as you can see in this one. And then the metal was too big for us, and the word World's Fair did not stand out like we thought it should. We also added the wheat to the can, and about 3 weeks ago, our friend Jack Kratz at Pearl sent us the finished can, which is an air-filled can here, to show us what the finished product looked like.
Thousands of cans are made here in a rather simple but automated operation. Though it's an assembly line, every can seems to have individual attention.
Oh, we're very happy about it. Pearl really wanted to get in to do it. We worked along with them. We worked hard with them, especially in the design. We're very happy being part of the World's Fair. We hope it's going to be a great show for Knoxville. Now we're going to take these cans, we're going to send them up to Fort Wayne, Indiana, where Great Lakes Brewing Company will fill them.
Now, the taste of the World's Fair beer went through the same evolutionary changes the can did. 3 brews were tasted, and the best was picked.
Give your opinion of whether it's highly carbonated, lightly carbonated, or whether it has a bite when you drink it initially, or if it has a bad aftertaste after, because sometimes some beers will leave an aftertaste. So, salute.
I could definitely taste a difference in B. To me, it had a little bit lighter taste. It was easier going down, but I remembered it.
I would say I'd stick with C, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
It's okay.
You would like C, Rick? What would you?
C would be fine.
The brewery at Fort Wayne brews a lot of beer, but this beer is special.
We're brewing 115,000 gallons of World's Fair beer.
Then it's on to Knoxville and the World's Fair. A lot of people are waiting on the arrival, and the excitement is mounting. The special brew has arrived for the World's Fair. The can survived several tests. The brew itself survived some tests. But now the World's Fair beer faces the only test that really matters.
Good.
It's good.
I think it's pretty good. I like beer. This is good beer.
Refreshing, cool. It's really good.
It's light. Tastes all right.
So welcome to Knoxville, Tennessee, home of the 1982 World's Fair and the World's Fair beer.
It's the beer that's going to make Knoxville famous.
Now remember, if you've got any World's Fair beer cans, save them. They're now collector's items, especially if they're unopened. See you in New Orleans. Mickey and I'll be back with more PM Magazine in just a minute.